back again to talk a little
NFL football.
NFL football.
The following video is a special presentation
of
of the National Football League.
Yes, and we are going to recap Week 14. We're already past Week 14, and then we'll do a little preview for Week 15. And go ahead and jump around. We had some really good games this weekend.
We had a lot of great ones.
We had a lot of great games. Starting out with the Thursday night game, Jacksonville at Tennessee.
And Jacksonville's defense was terrible in that game.
Yeah, Jacksonville's known for their defense too, and that's what they gave up 228 yards rushing to.
Derrick Henry had a coming out party in that game.
A 99-yard rushing touchdown, which is tied for
the longest rushing yardage gained in one run in NFL history.
Tied with Tony Dorsett of the Dallas Cowboys. You can't get longer than 99 yards because if you hit 100, it'd be a safety.
Yeah, that'd be just.
Yeah, so 90,
is there such a thing as
99 and 3/4 or 99 and 9/8 and whatever 99
or 7/8
or whatever? That's all you can do.
That'll be impossible to measure.
Yeah, the farthest they can give you credit for is 99. So
I wish they gave credit for 99 and a half.
But the Titans won 30-9, so that was really handy. The Titans, who knows? They
shot themselves back up into the playoff conversation.
They're in conversation for that 6th seed in the playoffs now. So now we jump on into Sunday and the first game, your Panthers.
I told you last week that if they failed me again, I won't pick them again. And look what happened.
They lost to the BROWNS Browns. It was at Cleveland, and
the collapse is on in Carolina.
Yeah, Mayfield's looking better and better and better, and but you're right, the collapse is on the They fired 2 defensive people before the game.
And nothing changed.
Nothing changed, so I don't know what's going to happen
I got to tell you one thing. Someone's butt is going to really be on the line at the end of the year.
Yeah, there's going to be some definite changes need to happen there because there's too much talent there.
Yeah, there's too much talent to suck there. Like that. How about the Cleveland Browns, though?
They
played very well.
What,
congratulations.
5 wins now?
Congrats.
What, they're 5?
Very successful campaign altogether this year for Cleveland.
Well, they're 5-7-1?
5-7-1. They're still in the playoff
They're
race.
actually still in the playoff, believe it or not. And then we had just a spectacular game. The Ravens at the Chiefs.
Went to overtime.
Yeah, the Ravens defense played astounding.
Exceptional.
They were really good. They held the Chiefs back as much as they could
until the mighty arm of Mahomes just got the better of them in overtime.
Man, some of that he did a no-look pass.
Literally,
he did a no-look pass in football.
He didn't even
He was
look
looking
at
this
him.
way, and he threw that way. And then that one where he went to the sideline and threw like 40 yards back over to the middle on the.
How do you defend that if you can't even read his eyes?
Mahomes is probably going to end up being one of the top quarterbacks in the. I mean, he's probably one of the future. He's the future of the NFL right now.
He's up there with Goff.
Him and Goff. Well, we mentioned it earlier in the year. That's the future of the NFL. Enjoy this, man.
Enjoy those quarterbacks that we get because whether you know it, they're going to get injured, and I hope they don't. But if they do get injured, we may never see that kind of talent that they possess.
Yeah, that's really good. We had the Saints at the Bucks. The Saints only had 3 points at halftime. It seems like they were still stuck in it, but then they came out. They found their offense in the second half.
I was worried the Cowboys broke them last week.
Yeah. But they won 28-14 this week. So
the Saints are NFC South champions.
Yes, they are NFC South champions,
and they have reclaimed the #1 spot in the NFC playoff race.
Yes, they have, and we'll go over the reason why here in just a second. We had the Giants at the Redskins. The Giants
squished them.
Yes.
Squished them like a sponge in the water.
The Redskins are down to their 14th quarterback for the year, and I'm not sure. Was it still? It was still Sanchez.
Butt fumble did start, but butt fumble was butt fumble. And he fumbled across the field.
The Redskins are so decimated right now. I'm surprised they're even putting a team on the field. But they lost 40-16. That was pretty bad.
That does pretty much describe what the Redskins have been through the second half of the year.
Now we had the Bengals at the Chargers. The Chargers won by 5, 26-21.
The Bengals put up a fight,
but just couldn't do it. The Chargers still pulled it out at the end.
That's what happens when you lose a bunch of your great players to injury.
Yeah, and that was without their running back too. The Chargers did not have
Melvin Gordon.
So I mean they
the Chargers have the second best record in the AFC, and they're a wild card team.
And they're a wild card team. We've seen it happen before. We had the Broncos at the 49ers. This was a surprise of the week. Broncos lost.
Yeah, the loss. Well, you can pretty much see why because of the injuries.
Yeah, the Broncos are decimated by injuries too. Their strength was their defense too.
And Chris Harris is
he got hurt.
Injured, and Emmanuel Sanders was the backbreaker.
Yeah, he was the backbreaker too. Yeah, so he tore his like Achilles or something. Was it? Anyway,
tore his Achilles. Yeah.
Now he's out. So yeah, the Broncos are The Broncos look promising to maybe jump up to the 6th seed, but now injury bugs sort of
bit them at the wrong time.
And one of the exciting, wonderful games of the week, the Eagles at the Cowboys. And not just saying that because I love the Cowboys. That was a really good game.
To overtime.
That went to overtime. I mean, it was like nothing to nothing at halftime. It looks like the offense wasn't going to start. And in the fourth quarter, it was like
explosion.
9-9, 16-6, 23-23. And then bam, it's going into overtime. And the Cowboys took the ball into overtime and never gave it back. Marched right down the field, went for it on fourth down one time, and got the first down.
That's oddly enough winning football.
They played winning football. What?
With Jason Garrett, Mr. Clappy Clappy.
Mr. Clappy Clappy, yeah.
Let's talk about the emergence of Amari Cooper.
Man, he did. Man, what
200 yards plus.
200 plus yards.
Two touchdowns. Catches.
Yeah, he had one catch of 75 yards. I know it was 1st and 10 on the 25, and it was touchdown.
He's a fantastic route runner.
He is. He's a fantastic route runner. And I think him and Dak are actually clicking. So if they click, the Cowboys, they've got a superb defense. So if their offense starts to click at the right time here at the end of the season,
they may do some damage in the playoffs.
They may do a little damage. I'm not saying they're going to beat the Saints or the Rams again at the Rams or at the Saints, because that's going to be a tough
That's going to be a tough battle.
But they're probably going to end up playing the Seahawks in round 1 at the Cowboys.
It's amazing how seasons turn, Dad. When you look at your Cowboys and how they started.
They were 3-5.
And look at my Panthers and how they started.
They were 6-2.
And now both teams are heading in completely the opposite direction.
Cowboys are 8-5, leading their division.
And the Panthers have collapsed.
And the Panthers are 6-7.
6-7.
Lost 5. Lost 5 in a row on the Panthers, won 5 in a row on the Cowboys. You never know. You never know. I really thought, but you never know. This is another huge surprise. Steelers at the Raiders. The Raiders
snuck out a win.
Snuck out a win.
Pittsburgh. What happened to you?
I don't. They got broke the same time the Panthers got broke. I told you. I think they've won one game since that Panthers game.
Does that game need to be deleted from the face of the NFL or something?
It has destroyed both of them.
I mean, now there's talks about the Steelers releasing their kicker and trying to get a new kicker because he slipped on the last play. And their offense look unprepared every game.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But they look just unprepared for each game, and it's on Mike Tomlin.
No, that's definitely on Mike Tomlin for not having them ready for the game, yeah.
And that's been an odd habit of the Steelers that I don't really like. They play up to their competition. You know what happens? They play down to their competition.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about the Steelers.
We had the Jets-Bills, and who won?
Jets, Jets.
All right, the Jets pulled out that.
That's the first time in a while that they've won a football game.
Yeah. That's the first time in a while we've got to do that chant.
Big L, that wins for you. You beat the Bills.
Yeah, baby.
Cashed in some bucks at the ATM.
We had the Colts at the Texans. I really thought the Texans would pull ahead on this one.
But the Colts
snuck one out, 24-21. The Colts
delivering on the sleeper.
Yeah, one week they get 0 points.
They bounce
against
back.
the Jacks. The next week they go to Texas. Of course, who knows, man? Football is weird this year. It is some weird football, but it's good football. It
doesn't mean it's bad though.
No, it's good football. Good football. The Falcons went to the Packers. The Packers won by 14, and we said the Packers were going to dominate that game. Why? Because they want to prove it was Mike McCarthy's fault. It's his fault. They were bad all year. So we're going to beat the crap out of the Falcons here and prove that. They may actually win out now, just to
rub it in his face.
I don't know, man.
But hey, Atlanta, how does 4-9 sound for you guys? Does it sound good for them?
Weren't they in the Super Bowl 2 years ago?
Yeah, they were in the Super Bowl. I blame coaching on that.
Yeah, they lost their offensive coordinator, and ever since then they've been going
spiraling down a toilet.
Yeah, they've been going down. We had the Lions at the Cardinals. Somebody had to win. Hey, the Lions actually looked decent. 17-3. The defense held the Cardinals to 3 points at the Cardinals. And that's a long flight. So that was so the Lions really did good.
Hey, you got to win, and that's the best thing that you can afford right now.
Mm-hmm. And then we had the game of the century, or the game of the year. It was just a good game. Patriots at the Dolphins, where Tom Brady has what record?
5-6, and they're the Patriots have lost 5 of their last 6 games in Miami.
Mm-hmm. And they went in this week thinking, they're going to win by 10 or 15.
But it seemed like all hope was lost for the Dolphins.
They had 16 seconds, and they got the ball kicked off. They got the ball at the 26, I think it was. They got the ball at the 25.
The very next
play. The very last play of the game. The longest play to win a game.
In a long time. That was
ever. That was the longest play with 0 time remaining. That was the longest play ever.
The Patriots were up
33
to 28. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was right. 33 to 28.
They were up 5. And 2 laterals later, the Dolphins won.
Dad, maybe we should just celebrate this occasion.
Yeah.
The Patriots lost in a heartbreaking fashion.
Oh, that
just warms me up.
That warms my heart. Doesn't it? You warm your heart too. Yeah. We don't like the Patriots, if you could tell.
But that was just such a satisfying ending.
And that honestly, that's going to test the Patriots team now.
They can't win on the road.
Can they come back from? That was like a gut wrenching, trashing. You had that game won. You were on the sideline. And then all of a sudden, what?
Yeah. What? So, and the Dolphins punch your heart out.
Yeah, that was just brutal. It was beautiful,
but it was brutal.
Brutal.
But hey, it's got a Wikipedia page now, so it's famous.
It's got its own page, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's funny. There was people burning Tom Brady jerseys. Did you see that? That was just funny. Oh man. We had a wonderful Sunday night game, Rams at the Bears. That was my upset pick of the week.
Man,
and the Bears upset them.
Absolutely throttled.
I just had that feeling that it was time for the Rams to lose one.
They just got their butt kicked on the offensive side.
Yep. 15-6. They got 6. That's the lowest points scored by a Rams team since the new coach took over.
That's just stunning, actually. Mm-hmm. How about Jared Goff with his 4 picks that night?
Yeah, he threw 4 picks. Yep. Well, Trubisky threw 3, didn't he?
Yeah, it
was pick heaven. There was 7
picks between the 2 quarterbacks.
Might have even been a fumble or two too. I don't remember. It was like turnover heaven. But you got the 2 of the best defensive players in the game with Donald.
Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is Khalil Mack, and Aaron Donald is Aaron Donald.
And Khalil Mack, I think, had the better night that night. He was causing havoc, man.
They harassed.
And that was the head coach's fault. That was his fault. He didn't have the game plan set to go against that defense. He just didn't.
Jared Goff just got harassed all night.
I think the Rams head coach may be the next up and coming super head coach, like a Belichick or something.
So he's gonna be the next Belichick.
But that was his fault. That was his fault. That was the coach's fault for that one, yeah. And then we had Monday Night Football, the Vikings at the Seahawks.
The Vikings' offense was horrible.
It was horrible. They got 7 points, and I don't even know how they got 7 points.
Maybe on a late game drive that was just garbage time?
The Seahawks won 21-7, and after the game, they fired
their offensive coordinator.
Because he sucked.
John Filippo or
Filippo. I don't know. He's Gono now, though. He don't even remember what he was there. But that is the recap of Week 14. Now let's do a little predictions.
For the Week 15.
15. Thursday Night Football. Oh, so good. It's so good.
Ooh.
What is Chargers at the Chiefs. And Gordon is a game-time decision.
It'll all determine if he's playing or not.
Yep. Kansas City is favored by 3.5. I'm going to lean on Kansas City.
Because
even if Gordon comes back, I'm not sure if he's going to be 100%.
I'm not sure if the Chargers can handle Mahomes and his magical throwing ability. I mean, he can hit receivers without even looking at them.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So.
And may I mention the Chargers have a 9-game losing streak against the Chiefs?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, guess who has the longest winning streak in the NFL now that the Texans lost?
Who?
The Cowboys at 5. We've actually got 2 Saturday games. We're getting into that football. This is the meat of the footballs.
This is the playoff stretch. You lose, you're out. You win, you get a chance.
Now, Saturday we got the Browns at the Broncos. Broncos are favored by 3, but I'm going to go for the Browns again.
You're going to go for Cleveland? Yeah.
The Broncos got a lot of injuries. And they just lost one, and I think
that might have just put an axe in their playoff hopes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go pick Cleveland. They're going to get win number 6.
I think they're going to get win number 6. We got the Texans at the Jets. The Jets just beat the Bills, but the Texans coming off of a loss. I don't think the Texans are going to lose 2 in a row. Big Al, sorry, but I think the Texans are probably going to win this.
I hope you can understand that the Texans are a better football team.
Right now, the Texans are a better football team. They may not be a better football team. They just got a better coach.
Toilet bowls to the exit.
To the exit, yeah. So I'm picking the Texans on that one. And then we jump into Sunday's games. We got the classic cold weather game, Packers at the Bears.
Ooh.
Now, Chicago just had that dominating
defensive performance
against the Rams. Will they do the same thing against the Packers?
Aaron Rodgers has been their demons in the past 10 or 15 years.
He's won a lot of games at Chicago, like he said a couple weeks ago. We've won a lot of games there. Poke, 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 poke. Oh, so, I don't know. Chicago's favored by 5.5. What do you think? What's your gut feeling on the Packers-Bears?
I don't know.
The fan in me wants to pick the Packers. Just because I love Aaron Rodgers. I'm not a huge Packer fan because I'm a Cowboy fan.
But he is such
a
wizard.
A wizard at the football. But like I said, he can't be the running back. He can't be the wide receivers. He can't be the defensive. So you wonder.
Who's got the better overall team though?
Bears.
So you're gonna pick Chicago.
Think if Aaron Rodgers had the Bears defense and running game,
he'd win the Super Bowl.
It just lock it up, baby. Super Bowl's over. But see, that's what the Packers won't do. The Packers won't do that for him. The Packers won't give him that team.
Yeah, at least
they expect him to do everything.
Well, he's not Super Cam, or I'm not saying Cam Newton can do everything, but I don't know.
You got to have a good rounded team. That's why normally if you have a super good defense and an offense, you can still win the Super Bowl.
But nope.
But if you've got a good offense and a defense, you can lose it because somebody's going to come in with a good defense and stop you, and then that's the end of it. I'm probably going to go. I'm not going to pick the Packers to win, but I'm going to go plus 5.5. I'm going to take the Packers plus 5.5 points. I think it's more of a 3 or 4 point game.
Mitchell Trubisky is wishy-washy.
Yeah. We got the Raiders at the Bengals. I guess the Bengals maybe.
Bengals?
Yeah, I think the Raiders. I think the Raiders are going for the number 1 pick, so they'll probably tank this one. And the Bengals did play decent last week, and the Bengals are at home, so we'll take the Bengals. We got next. Cowboys at the Colts.
That's gonna be an enticing game, Dad.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go Cowboys just because of their defense, not because of their offense. But if their defense
can hold Andrew Luck down,
if they can hold Drew Brees down,
then they can hold
Andrew Luck down. So I'm picking a low-scoring game. It may be a 17-13, but I'm picking the Cowboys.
I picked 2017.
That might be it too. Yeah. We got the Titans at the Giants.
The Giants coming off a blowout win, Titans coming off a blowout win, so both teams coming off of blowouts.
Now, Giants are actually favored by 2.5, but I'm going to pick the Titans. The Titans, I think, are trying their best to get to the playoffs right now, so we'll pick a little upset on that one. Titans plus 2.5. We got the Redskins at the Jaguars.
You know what? I'm going to pick the Jaguars.
Probably will too, just because they're at home, and the Redskins are. There's
injury
no telling.
prone.
I don't know who they're going to start at quarterback again. They might throw Sanchez back out there again. Who knows? And then
watch him run into his own lineman again.
And then we have a nice little one of the game of the week. This actually may be the game of the week here. Patriots at Steelers.
Oh, man.
The Steelers
have to win this game.
And New England is favored by 1 point. That means they think either team can come out of there with that victory. I'm going to pick the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers...
The Steelers have had struggles against the Patriots.
They got too much talent to be at home, and they've lost like 3 in a row now.
3 in a row.
The Patriots are going to win that one. It may be an overtime field goal.
Or the Patriots or the Steelers.
I mean, the Steelers are going to win that one. The Steelers are going to win it. I said overtime field goal. How about that? The Steelers win in an overtime field goal.
Well, the Patriots have sucked on the road this year, just to be a bit honest.
And honestly, this is the Patriots' hardest game on the road they've had the entire year. All their other games on the road have been cream puff games. I mean, honestly, who have they played on the road?
The Dolphins? The Titans?
Oh, the Titans. Like I said, I'm picking the Steelers on the road there. Oh, we got the Lions at the Bills.
It's a game.
Yeah, I'm going to honestly pick the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions have more talent.
The Lions have more talent. I'm going to go Lions there. We're actually plus 2.5. Buffalo's favored, but we'll take Lions plus 2.5. Bucks at the Ravens. The Ravens need this game really badly.
And they will win this game.
And they're going to win this game really badly.
Because Jameis Winston's at quarterback, and he's a turnover machine.
Yeah, so that means it's going to be about 10 points. Ravens are going to crush them. We got the Cardinals at the Falcons. Again, we got a lot of games this week. Cardinals at the Falcons.
So I'll pick Atlanta.
Probably pick Atlanta because they're at home. They're a better at-home team than they are on the road. Dolphins, Vikings. Minnesota's favored by 7. That's probably about a 7 to 10 point game.
I'm going to pick Minnesota now.
Yeah.
Because I think they got the better team.
Yep. Seahawks at the 49ers.
Seahawks, yeah. That's the only word you needed to use to describe that.
Eagles at the Rams.
We got the Rams winning in that game.
Yeah, probably about 10 plus points.
Yeah, Jared Goff will bounce back and throw 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're going to jump on whoever's next there. And then we have the Monday night game. Saints at your Panthers.
The Panthers are dead in the water.
New Orleans favored by 6.5 on the road.
So on a neutral field, they'd be favored by 9.
Mm-hmm. And at New Orleans, it'd be 12, which they play in 2 weeks. So
I'm going to pick New Orleans.
Pick New Orleans. All right. And that's it. That is our matchups for Week 15.
I hope you enjoyed it.
We hope you enjoyed it. We've got some more NFL coming up.
Possible basketball.
And the bowl games start up this weekend. So we're going to put up some bowl predictions here pretty soon, too. So be sure to stick with us. Hit the like button. Hit the share button.
Hit the groovy baby button.
Share us with your friends. Write some comments. Tell us what you think. Hit the groovy baby button over here somewhere.
It's on my head.
And after that, we'll see you later.
See you next week.